Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, was quite an entertaining derby, even though we didn't get the result as a Barca fan that we wanted. It was quite an entertaining game, quite a huge game, obviously. Madrid Derby, two teams, guys, second versus third. We were hoping to see Atletico Madrid maybe do us a favor like they have kind of been doing with Real Madrid in the past few years, but unfortunately, in the end, Real Madrid finally break their streak. They finally beat Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid in La Liga for the first time in almost 5 years. They have actually beaten them in the league. But yeah, it ended in an entertaining 3-2 victory. Favor of Real Madrid, obviously a brace by Vinicius and a goal by Federico Valverde. And for Atletico Madrid, they had a great game. Obviously, they opened the scoring with Lookman and a beauty, absolute beauty for Molina, but they came up short in the end. And yeah, we're gonna get into it. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to Omar Talks Football. And ladies and gentlemen, that was a great game. That was a great game, even with my bias aside, man. That was an amazing game. Both teams came to play. It's very rare to see a Madrid derby turn up. And both teams today, they showed why they are where they are. They showed why they are two of the three best teams in the league. And also why they're doing well in Europe as well, man. It was a beautiful, beautiful game to watch today. But from the start, man, what a game. I mean, we go straight into the lineups, guys. Both teams, they went very, very strong in the game today. With obviously, when it comes to Real Madrid, they had Lunin in goal in replacement for Courtois, who's injured. Dean Huijsen and Rudiger as the centre back partnership with Carvajal and Fran Garcia in the fullback position. Thiago Pachard playing in the midfield alongside Aurelien Tchouameni with Adagula on the left midfield. Federico Valverde in the right midfield, Brahim Diaz out in the partnership in the strike force with Vinicius Jr. And as far as Atletico Madrid, they also went very, very, very strong with Musso in goal, Hanko with Lenormand in the centre-back partnership with Llorente and Rogeri out in the full-back positions. Cardoso playing in the midfield alongside Koke with Lookman on the left midfield, Giuliano Simeone on the right midfield, and Antoine Griezmann partnering Julian Alvarez as the front two. And basically both teams, they both played the same formation. And I'll be honest, man, when I saw the formations, I dreaded this game. I'm not even gonna lie. I very much dreaded this game because I thought this game was gonna be very, very cautious. Both teams are gonna be cautious as they usually have been in the past few years here in the Bernabeu, most of them ending in draws. But it wasn't the case, right? I feel like both teams, they both had slow starts, right? Both of teams, they came very, very slowly during the game. But it slowly started picking up as time went on, right? Both teams started, obviously Real Madrid had a lion's share of the possession. They had a few good opportunities. And Atletico Madrid, they tried to, sit back and try to hit them on the counter, right? Try to see what they could do with that. But in the end, that's how they actually got the first goal, right? It was a great ball into the box, right? Ademola Lookman catching up to it. Beautiful, did well to handle himself, right? Hold on to the ball. Found Ruggeri, who made a great run, made a cross into the box. Found Giuliano Simeone, and my word, we need to talk about this goal, guys, because we know the goal was great, but that touch by Simeone, that was sometimes, man, the assist sometimes, sometimes touches like that, they are everything, because they set it up nicely for the goal scorer. There is no way they can miss. And the way Simeone basically it was a tiny little touch, it looked easy, but sometimes, man, like, it was the speed of the ball. The ball came with a lot of speed, and he was able to slow the speed down to a point where Lookman could have all the time in the world to put it where he needed to put it, and he did. He put it where he needed to put it. 1-0 to Atletico Madrid. And obviously, I was buzzing, man. I was very, very happy to see Atletico Madrid in the lead. And they did well, man. They handled it well. They were pretty good. They were not really, pressured in that first half. And in the end, halftime, it was 1-0 to Atletico Madrid. They did their job. And then second half, no changes. Both teams came out. And, man, the second half was definitely when both teams came to play. Especially Real Madrid. Real Madrid definitely did well. But, of course, ladies and gentlemen, it wouldn't be Real Madrid without a fraudulent penalty. I mean, we've seen, how many times have we seen it this season, ladies and gentlemen? I mean, at this point, it's football culture now, right? Real Madrid struggled. Real Madrid are losing. Real Madrid can't score a goal. Real Madrid are trying to get a goal. They're frustrated. But don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. The incoming penalty will always arrive at the right time, just when Real Madrid need it. And I predicted that they would get a penalty in this game. And yes, sir, they did. They got the penalty. And yeah, they got the penalty. I'm not gonna lie, right? A lot of people are gonna say, "Oh, Omar, you're being biased." I'll be honest, guys. I think Brahim Diaz sold that. Look, I know when you look at the replay, it looks very sus because the way Hanko's feet was so close to Brahim, right? It looked like he just clattered him. But I'm sorry, man. When you look at the slow replay, you can see there was no contact with Brahim. There was no contact. And if there was contact, it was too small, man. Like the way Brahim Diaz reacted to that, he looked like he got shot in the foot the way he reacted to that. It was so embarrassing, man. But standard Real Madrid, and I've said this even on my watch along, man. At this point, I look at the way Madrid get penalties, especially the way they seem to coordinate when they're in the box. Like guys like Vini, guys like Rodrigo, guys like Kylian Mbappe. It's like they always know, like every time they have the ball, for some reason, they always seem to know when or what they have to do to basically make it so believable. Sometimes we've seen some of the penalties they've been given so soft, some of them barely zero contact, but somehow they make it seem so realistic that the referee has no choice than to give the penalty. And I honestly think it's rehearsed. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a point in the training session that they don't show on the videos on YouTube where basically they just rehearse and dive in. But it is what it is. Anyways, the penalty was converted, and yeah, it was 1-1. And look, obviously, I was disappointed, but 1-1 is not the end of the world. I feel like Atletico Madrid, they played very, very well, and they could have maybe come back and maybe get a goal. Someone then decided to mess that all up because I'm sorry, Jimenez, you see Valverde running at you with full blistering pace. Why are you trying to nutmeg him? Like many people will say, "Oh, Omar, he was just trying to take a touch. I think he was trying to pass the ball. He was trying to clear it." No, he wasn't. I'm sorry, when you see a player running at you and he's that close, just smash the ball out of the way. Because the guy is because one tiny little mistake and you let him in. And that's exactly what happened in this situation. It was simply this Jose Maria Jimenez, so dumb, decided that he was going to either flick it or he was going to try to nutmeg. I don't know what he was trying to do. But in the end, Valverde got the ball one-on-one with the keeper. He was never going to miss that. Right? Had all the freedom of the world, took the penalty, took that one-on-one and scored. And just like that, it's 2-1 within 10 minutes of the start of the second half. And I was just sitting there thinking, man, this is ridiculous, man. This is absolutely ridiculous. They've barely done anything. And both of the goals were just Atletico Madrid shooting themselves in the foot. But my word, this game had it all, because the equalizer by Molina, I'm sorry, that's the goal of the season. I don't see, honestly guys, we're going to have to see the goal of the century, guys, to see a goal better than that this season. The absolute bullet, ladies and gentlemen, that Molina put on this. I'm sorry, man, that goal was, no goalkeeper is saving that. I'm sorry, no goalkeeper is saving that. And I'm sorry, I love Jean Garcia, you're not saving that. Courtois in goal wouldn't have even saved that. That goal was beautiful. That goal was majestic. Oh, bro, he smashed the absolute daylights out of that. And he scored. And an amazing goal. And just like that, it's 2-2. Like, what a game. What a game. And yeah, in the end, you were thinking, yo, Atletico Madrid could go out and win it, because the way they were playing, when it came to Atletico, yeah, they were defending, yeah, they were trying to defend, but they were also attacking. That was the important thing. They looked like they were trying to get the winner. I think at some point they realized, yo, we could actually get on this Real Madrid defense. This Real Madrid defense are not all that. They're not all that. We can actually get through them. Let's just keep pressuring them. When we pressure them, they're gonna make mistakes, right? They're gonna mess up. They're struggling with some of the balls in the box. We're getting it to the place that we need to get it to, right? But, it's just one of those games, because, it was hard potato. One minute you get the ball, you don't take advantage. The other team can go on the other side and take advantage. And that's what happened. In the end, Vinicius Jr., it was a great pass, cut inside. And usually when he cuts inside, he tries to dribble. But no, this time he cuts inside, and it was a beautiful goal. Beautiful goal. Absolutely. Put it bottom left-hand corner, man. Beautiful goal. And you know what? Great game by Vini. Listen, we always talk about him turning up in big games. Today he turned up. When he was needed, he was there. He got the goals today, and he took that goal amazingly well, man. I can't even hate. It was a beautiful goal. But just like that, Real Madrid take the lead. And honestly, I was watching that game thinking, nah, we're probably going to get another goal. We're probably going to get the equalizer. And not for the want of trying, but before that, obviously, there was a controversial moment, which is obviously the Valverde red card. Now, guys in the chat, you guys tell me, guys, your opinion in the comment section, guys. You think that was a? Do you guys think that was a red card? Because I'll tell you guys this, right? First time I saw the contact, I thought he went through his ankle. The way he kind of like came at him, I thought he literally like stepped on the ankle and literally bended it, like a potential ankle breaker. That's what I thought. When he gave the straight, I said, oh yeah, that's a potential ankle breaker, right? But I'm not going to lie, guys. He stepped on his foot. I'm sorry, I've never seen a red card given for players stepping on other players' foot. Yeah, we've seen yellow cards given, but I'm sorry, that is not a straight red in my eyes. Even as a Barca fan, he stepped on his foot. He didn't clamp on his ankle like that. That's a straight red right there. But a stepping on your foot, nah, man, that was too harsh for me, and that's just me. Right? I think that was way too harsh. But yeah, what? But in the end, Real Madrid, they ended up fighting. They ended up, holding on for dear life, and they got the result. They got the win, and now they're now focused now, ladies and gentlemen, because now they've gotten the big game out of the way. So now they don't have another big game on paper until obviously they play us in May, and we obviously have a big game against Atletico Madrid after the international break. So yeah, the title race is definitely heating up, but in the end, it was an entertaining game. Shout outs to obviously guys like Vini, today turned up, got the goal today. Amazing goal. Federico Valverde today, he had a great opportunity. I know he got a red card, but even before the red card, even before the goal, even in that first half, he had a great chance to open the lead for Real Madrid, but he didn't take it. But yeah, I think those two were the highlights. To be honest, I don't think any other player really stood out today apart from those guys. And as far as Atletico Madrid is concerned, apart from Molina, and I think Lookman was good, and I was very surprised that he got taken off early. I know Molina came on and got the goal, but I'm not gonna lie, man. I think him taking off Lookman made no sense to me. I would have taken off Simeone in my eyes. It's just my opinion. I think he was one of the better players. Alvarez, he hit the post, right, during the game, late in the game. He hit the post. That was something, but really, that's really all he did. And this is another thing I've been talking about with Julian Alvarez this season. I would say that the last time he really turned up in a game this season was probably the Madrid Derby during the start of the season. That's probably the last time I remember him really turning up this season for Atletico Madrid. He's not really had a good season this season. And for a player that apparently we're looking at as our next striker, I don't know, man. I am very skeptical when it comes to him right now, to be honest. But yeah, it is what it is. As far as Real Madrid is concerned, yeah, they got the win, and obviously we played earlier this morning. We got the job done against Rayo. It wasn't an easy game to watch, right? It wasn't easy. It was a disgusting performance, but a victory is a victory. We got the 3 points, and now after the international break coming up, we are 4 points clear. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, still 4 points clear. But Real Madrid, right, they are still on our tails. Getting the big win today is going to be huge for them. Atletico Madrid, obviously, that loss now puts them down to 4th. Unfortunately for them, but you know what, I still think that it's basically top 4 is basically all but guaranteed. We already know who's gonna make it. But yeah, what a game today, what a performance from both teams. And yeah, disappointed that we didn't get obviously draw, because that's what I was hoping for. I was hoping for a draw or Atletico win, but we can always get what we want. But let me know what you guys think about the game in the comment section below. Yeah, big up to every single one of you guys. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, all of the beautiful stuff. And yeah, man, like I always say whenever I end these streams, guys, Fiscal Barca, Fiscal Catalonia. And peace. Take care.